feeling so small. Watch the clock ticking off the
Hey everyone, so I hope you're all okay. Welcome back to my channel and hello to my kitchen. So, in a little bit of a different setup today, and as you can see, I'm going to be doing some baking. I feel like these sorts of videos have been really highly requested on my channel, and now I finally have a big middle counter and a lovely kitchen to be able to do them in. It just makes them so much more easier, so I'm so excited to start bringing some baking videos as we get into the festive season and obviously the first sort of occasion, which is Halloween. Today I thought I would do some Halloween baking with you, and I'm going to do some cupcakes. So I have actually already tested and tried this recipe, you know, nothing like being prepped. Well, actually, I was supposed to be doing a video for my mum because I baked her a cake for her birthday, but it ended up being a bloody disaster, guys. Honestly, it was the first time looking. The first time the cake came out and it was drenched in water because I tried this. What did I try, Mum? It was like a water recipe, wasn't it? Well, anyway, it was a blooming disaster of a recipe. Second time ended up being a disaster, and third time I tried a whole new recipe, and oh my god, it was delicious. And that is the recipe I'm using today. So it's actually from the Tesco website, so I will link it in the description bar below. But I sort of played around with the method a bit and used some good methods, and that's what I'm going to show you how I did today. And honestly, guys, if you're looking for a delicious, light, moist sponge, you will get it with this recipe. So, further ado, I'm going to shut up. We're actually going to make two different flavour of cakes today. We're going to do a chocolate cake and also lemon. So I'm just going to divide the mixture into two and then add my lemon and then add my cocoa powder. I'll show you the decorating as we get to that. But yeah, if you want to see how to make some cupcakes for Halloween, then please continue watching. Okay, so first things first, you're going to want to weigh out all of your ingredients. I find this just the easiest way to then do your cake because you haven't got to weigh everything out as you go along. It's just nice and organised, and then it speeds up the actual time of prepping the cake. Okay, so first thing I'm going to do is going to actually soften the butter because the butter's a little bit hard. Normally, it's best to leave the butter right at room temperature so it's nice and soft. So if you've already done that, that's great. I've not, so I'm going to just pop it in the microwave. Now, be careful when you do this. You don't want to blast it in there so it melts completely. We just want it slightly soft. So I'm literally going to put it in for about 10 seconds and we'll see how it goes. Okay, so I put it in 30 seconds in total. Obviously, everyone's microwave is going to be different, so please just monitor it and don't take my word that 30 seconds will make your butter soft. So, I'm going to pop this into the bowl. Oh god, that is a little bit, oh god, it's a bit melted inside. I don't know if that's going to be okay. Once you put your softened butter into the bowl, you're then going to take your caster sugar. I'm going to obviously include the recipe in the description bar, so if you want to check out the actual measurements, then please see there. So yeah, I'm just going to add the caster sugar and then we're going to cream these together. You're best to get an electric whisker for this, just because one, it's easier on the hand, and two, you can achieve a lighter colour quicker. So you want to whisk this until it's a nice light colour. So once you have whisked it, I'm going to come and show you what it looks like, just so you sort of know the colour to achieve. It should, I know that doesn't look very appealing inside, but can you see it's like a whitey colour now? Before it was like a yellow colour, but you should get it looking quite pale, almost white. So once you have whisked together the butter and the sugar, you're then going to need 4 large eggs. Now I only actually have medium eggs, so I googled it and it says 5 medium eggs is equivalent to 4 large eggs, which is great because I'm rubbish at cracking eggs as it is, and now I've got to do 1 extra. So you want to crack your eggs into a separate bowl first. I feel like this is a key part of the recipe, guys. Like I said, this method wasn't actually in the description of the Tesco recipe, but when I've been googling like how to make good cakes, it said one thing to do is to always crack your eggs in a separate bowl first and then use the electric whisker on them. Now don't whisk it for too long with the electric whisker because you don't want it to go too thick and foamy. It goes quite foamy, but probably around about a minute, 2 minutes. So I'm going to crack these into a separate bowl. Now we test my egg cracking skills. Oh god. Oh god, I've got a shell in it already. And you might want to grab a little teaspoon for the shell, because if you're like me and you're useless, you will have shell in. Ooh, one onion. I can't do it one-handed, Mum. My mum is just directing in the background, guys. If I keep glancing over, it's because Mum's sitting there directing. She didn't want to get involved in today's video, which I know, guys, it's so disappointing. But instead, she wanted to sit and direct behind the scenes. So I've got got an audience. So as if it isn't pressure enough baking, I have mum watching me who's a master baker because mum's actually a chef. Oh, I found another bit of shell. Mum, I can't do it with one hand. Definitely can't do it with one hand. I think I'll stick with two. Mind you, I didn't get no shell in that one. We'll see that next time, guys. Mum's going to show us how to crack an egg one-handed. I feel like I'm getting better though. There's no shell in that one either. Okay, I haven't cleaned these because Mum said it was okay. So I'm just going to now use the electric whisker on the eggs. So I can't really show you what it looked like before. It's just eggs in a bowl. That is about how I did the last one. Right, I'm just going to show you how this looks. I don't know if you can see that, guys, but it looks quite like, not too foamy, because trust me, if you mix it for longer, it goes really, really foamy, but you just want to mix it enough so it's got a few little bubbles. Then taking back the butter and the sugar that we just whisked up earlier, I'm going to slowly add this in. Don't add it in all at the time because then it is going to... I love it how I've got Mum in the background just to give me all the technicality words. It's gonna curdle, guys. I did know it, but I just forgot the word, you know. So once you have slowly added your eggs in, and when I say slowly, I do mean slowly. Don't get tempted to all of a sudden just shove them all in. I have done that in the past and it goes all curdly and disgusting. You want to add in your milk. Now, there isn't a lot of milk, it is just 3 tablespoons. So we're going to again use the electric whisker and just slowly add it in. After you've added your milk, you're then going to take your flour. Make sure you use a sieve for this because if you don't, it will go all lumpy. And so just going to put this in. You're then going to want to take a large spoon and gently fold this in. If you don't know how to fold, Google it on YouTube. But basically, I just use a figure 8. So if you want to do that method, you can, where you just basically do your spoon in a figure of 8. And the reason why you fold is, I've been told by my mum, it's to stop losing the air from the cake, which yeah, I had to ask her. Didn't actually know. You're supposed to be really gentle with this, so I've read. And also another tip when you're folding in is just make sure that you do go right to the bottom of the mixture, because if you don't, then before now I found flour at the bottom when I've come to put my cake mixture in the tins. So don't beat this, guys. Don't get tempted to start beating it. Like I said, just use the figure 8 method and gently fold. Okay, so before we start to add our flavourings in, i.e. cocoa powder and lemon, we also just want to add 1 teaspoon of baking powder. So we did use self-raising, but in this recipe it does also say baking powder as well. So I'm just, again, sieving that in. So as I said at the beginning, I'm actually going to make chocolate cupcakes and lemon cupcakes. So we're now going to just halve the mixture. So I'm just going to do this approximately. So very simply for the chocolate ones, I'm just going to add cocoa powder. The best one to use is like the Bourneville one, not like Arizona or anything. But I mean, use what you've got. And I'm going to be taking 1.5 tablespoons of cocoa powder. And again, I'm going to sieve this because we don't want any lumps. And then again, just fold that in. Don't be tempted to mix it in. Okay, so chocolate one is done. And then for the other half of the mixture, I'm going to do lemon. So for the lemon, I just took half of lemon juice, and then I just got the rind from 1 lemon. So I'm just going to simply put that in. So just wanted to let you know, for the lemon, I've not actually put all of the lemon juice in. So I did put half a lemon in a sort of cup. So I've just added it in and tasted it. And yeah, I think I've put probably 1/4 of a lemon in. So yeah, it's completely up to you on taste and how lemony you want it, but I don't want it too lemony, I just want it like a subtle lemon. Okay, so next up you want to get your cupcake tin and your cases and just simply line that. So I've got some rose gold, sort of look quite orangey, cupcake cases. These are actually from Hobbycraft. And then I've also took these black ones out of a kit that I got from Home Sense. I'm just going to line half and half of these. Okay, so then you simply just want to get your cupcake case and just evenly distribute the cake mixture into the cupcake cases. So once you have distributed the cupcake mixture into the cases, you're then going to simply pop it into the oven. Like I said, see recipe for what gas mark, temperature to have your oven at, but mine is set to 180 degrees. I'm just going to pop that in. And then also set a timer. So those are baking nicely in the oven. I'm now going to just eat the mixture because that is the best bit.
But you should always do that.
Why?
It's got egg in it.
I know a lot of people don't do this because it's got egg in, but I take the risk. So yeah, I'm not saying for everyone to eat the cake mixture because obviously I know there's a thing with salmonella in eggs, but our eggs are vaccinated here, so you should be 9.5 times out of 10 be okay. I've always done it, and I've not had salmonella yet, so. Okay, so whilst the cakes are baking in the oven, we are going to start the prep for decorating. So, obviously one half of the cakes I've done chocolate, and I'm actually going to make some Halloween chocolate orange toppers for them. I actually got this little chocolate mould from Hobbycraft. I'm just going to come and show you actually. So then I can show you there. So as you can see, there's like a skeleton, pumpkin, ghost, coffin. So you simply melt chocolate, pop them in the moulds here, and then you can just pop them in the fridge or freezer for quickness, but obviously don't freeze them. But yeah, that's what we're gonna do. So I'm taking a Terry's chocolate orange, and first step is I'm just gonna simply break it into this smaller pot. I mean, it's great with Terry's, it's all broken up anyway. So I've just boiled the kettle. This is the safest way to melt chocolate. I know some people do it in the microwave, but the thing is with the microwave is if you're not checking on it and being careful, you can actually end up burning your chocolate. So this way ensures no burning. Guys, I've just took the cupcakes out of the oven. Like I said, with the oven, everyone's oven is going to be completely different, so just monitor them closely. I put them on for 12 minutes initially, then just checked, and I had to put them on for like a further 4 minutes. But once you put a skewer through them and there's no mixture, like wet mixture on it, then they should be cooked. So yeah, these are done. So I'm just going to put these on the side to cool down. I put the cupcakes on a wire rack, forgot to tell you that, guys. So yeah, just to ensure they cool quickly, just grab a wire rack. You get them from Asda, they're literally like £1, and just leave them there to cool. I have melted the Terry chocolate orange successfully, so now I'm going to pop this into the mould, and then we're going to just whack it in the freezer because obviously I want it to hurry up. So that is what we're going to do. I think this is going to be a little bit messy. So I forgot to tell you guys why we are actually making cupcakes today. We're actually making them for, is it Macmillan, Mum?
Yeah.
Macmillan. So Mum's doing like a coffee, is it a coffee morning you're doing at work? What are you actually doing?
It's coffee morning.
Coffee morning. So who comes in, just the staff?
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, these cupcakes are not going to go to waste or not going to go in my belly. They are actually for charity, Macmillan. So it's a good cause. Okay, so I've just gone to the freezer and these have nicely set. So like I said, if you need to do them quickly, just whack them in the freezer, but just keep an eye on them so they don't obviously freeze. Just got some grease-proof paper, put that down, and then I'm just gonna pop these out. Oh, they look really good. Look how good they look. Is that gonna focus? I'm gonna have to hold it up. Excuse the nails. But look how good that looks. You can see all the detailing. Just thought I'd show you a little up close of the moulds. Some of them turned out better than others. I think the ones with like little dainty arms were harder to get out of the mould, so he's harmless. But harmless. But yeah, we only need 6 anyway because there's only 6 chocolate cupcakes, so I'll pick which ones I want. But yeah, I thought that was really good. So moving on to the other cupcakes, which were the lemon cupcakes. How I'm going to be decorating them is I've actually got some Halloween orange frosting. Again, it's from Hobbycraft. If you've never been to Hobbycraft, oh my god, you're missing out. They have some amazing bits, and they have a whole like aisle for Halloween baking this year. So yeah, this is orange frosting, bright orange. It's hard to get the right orangeness when you make it on its own, so yeah, I thought I'd just buy some instead. And then I've got a piping bag. This is just a disposable piping bag. Obviously you can buy the plastic piping bags, but I don't know, I find these a lot easier to work with. And then I've got a nozzle, and this again is from Walton's, I believe. 2D, yeah, 2D nozzle. And this is like a flower tip, so it's really nice when you pipe it. So with the disposable piping bag, you just want to cut and then just keep trying to get this to go through the other end. So I'm just going to scoop some of the frosting into the piping bag. You're not going to need it all because we're only obviously making 6, but I just want to get it all ready. If you've never piped before, might be an idea to just practice. You can just get a plate. And I read that you pull up and then you go around. Then when you get to the end, you just drag. I mean, that's not brilliant, but you know, I'm not an expert. Guys, we've got the expert in house that's showing us. Yeah, look how good Mum's is. Like I said, I'm not good at icing. That's so good. Yay. Now mine's done. Yeah! Mastered it. Probably not as good as mum's, but... So, these are the ones we've just done. Obviously, mum has come in. She don't want to be on camera. I'm not going to show you face, mum. But mum is just helping me. Because these are the ones that mum did. Look how good they are. And then well, mine looks good from that way. But I could have done with just going around a little bit more there. So, mum will probably finish that off. And we just need to finish this one off because I ran out of icing. Thank you, assistant. Right, so next up we're going to do the chocolate ones. So for the chocolate ones I'm taking some Renshaw frosting vanilla flavour. This one's actually not so bad. Mum just brought around the Mr. Kipling buttercream style icing. This one is more yellower to begin with. It's more like a creamy colour, where this is white, and I did want more of a white colour. But this don't taste very nice, does it, Mum? It's not got a very nice taste, so yeah. Definitely just make your own buttercream, but this is actually more of a frosting, isn't it? So we're going to use this. I'm not going to pipe onto here because I want to make a web. So I'm going to use this frosting as the sort of base for the web. And then we're going to make some sort of web across the top of the frosting. And then I've got some toppers to put on as well, just to finish it off, some little spider toppers. So I'm just going to take a spoon, get a knife. That's what we're going to do. There you go, guys. If you want to make it smooth like this, grab yourself a mug of hot water, palette knife, and then what you do is dip the palette knife into the mug of hot water, and then if you just go over the icing, just melts it, doesn't it? It makes it smoother. So, sorry I'm just having to bend down, but we're now just going to do the spider webs on top. So I'm just taking a piping bag. I've not got a nozzle, I'm just literally going to cut the end so it's nice and thin. And we're using the leftover Terry's chocolate orange that's melted that we used for the moulds. And I've simply just put a bit of black food colour in it. Let me show you it. So it's this one, it is called Colour Splash. Again, this was from Hobbycraft. And I simply just put a little bit of black food colouring in the Terry's chocolate orange that's melted, just to make it black, so obviously it looks a bit more like a spider's web. Okay, so we're quite rushed for time, guys, because Mum's on a curfew with Dad. So Mum's finishing the spider web ones off, and I'm going to finish the orange ones. Just took these out of the fridge. Little tip is to set them in the fridge once you have iced them, or piped them. I'm then taking these Halloween sprinkles. These were from, well, where were these from? B&M, they were £1. Guys, how good does that look? So yeah, that is the spider web one with the little spider decoration on top. I think that looks really, really good. So we are all decorated finally. We did run out of the black icing for the last spider one, but this is what the cupcakes look like. Don't think we've done too much of a bad job, have we, Mum? Teamwork. Mum did kindly help me, just want to put that in. Just showed me a little bit of the decorating. She didn't really help me with the cake. I know how to make the cake, but with the decorating, Mum did show me how to pipe and stuff, because that is something I'm still learning. But yeah, I think these have turned out quite good. Now I just need to quickly get these boxed up for Mum, because she's taking them to, like I said, her Macmillan coffee morning tomorrow to sell these for charity. So yeah, I'm going to put these down before I drop them. And that brings us to the end of this baking video. Really, really hope you have enjoyed it. I know it's something a little bit different. Let me know if you have, and if you want to see any more sort of baking videos, let me know your suggestions in the description, in the comments far below. Thank you all so much for watching, and I shall see you all in my next video. Bye bye. You then want to add in your flour. So obviously, again, I've weighed it all out ready. Take a sieve for this. This is a key. No, wait, you don't want to put your flour in. You want to put milk in now. I'm in pressure in. For God's sakes. Really hell, I didn't want an audience for this.
You told me to come out.
Well, yeah.
I was in the cave, happy there for a bit.
Oh, I feel put off now. Aaron's watching me. Why do I feel like you two are staring at me?
Aaron's going to do one.
I'll do one, yeah.
Aaron's gonna do one. You're then gonna want to take a large... I know what I'm saying, Mum. So for the lemon, I've just took one lemon and just halved it and used the juice. Oh, for God's sakes. And the reason why you fold is...
Stop losing the air out of the cake.
I thought you recorded. Oh, you are recording.
I am recording.
Oh, sorry, yeah.
Mum's narrating. You can come and sit here, Aaron.
No, sorry, I thought you were both recording, so I thought, oh, let me just cut this out of the way.
Once you have slowly added the eggs in, don't get
Oh, sorry, I keep forgetting, sorry. Yeah, go on, carry on.